The main objectives of the immunization is 1. To reduce morbidity, sickness, 2. To reduce disability, impairment, 3. To reduce mortality, that is death from vaccine preventable diseases. Now, there are 8 vaccines available for our children under the age of 5 years. And with the inclusion of flu vaccine, we have 9. And there are again 2 other vaccines, that is Hpv vaccine and TD vaccine for children above 6 years old, which makes the total of 11 vaccines available for children in our country. So the national immunization policy is to provide immunization to all children and to complete the primary series of vaccination before the age of 1 year. In today's session, I will be taking you through the immunization schedule, which is very important, extracted from API Services Manual for Health Workers 2020. Now, with the blessings of the Wangchuk dynasty and our king, we are provided the free healthcare services, and at least I would like to call everyone, each one out there, to understand about the immunization, which is very critical for our children. So in today's video, I would be taking you through 4 aspects of immunization. That is, when your child will receive the vaccine, what vaccine your child will be receiving, why your vaccine will be vaccinated against, and what position should a child take when taking the vaccine. So I think this 4 is the basic of the immunization, which I feel every parent need to understand. So let me start to show you the national immunization schedule for the children below 5 years. And this is the national immunization schedule I have drawn, and the vaccine shown out here is just brought out here to display and to show you all. Soon this need to be taken back and then taken back to hospital and then autoclaved, sterilize it. It cannot be just discarded and thrown everywhere. This is just a note to all the viewers. And let me start with the vaccine that we give at birth within 24 hours. Right after delivery, child will receive, within 24 hours, child will receive Hepatitis B vaccine. This vaccine is to prevent from catching Hepatitis B. Hepatitis B is a disease of liver, which at later stage will cause cancer. So this vaccine is very important. And if the child exceeds 24 hours, child becomes ineligible for this vaccine. Therefore, institutional delivery is highly recommended. And at birth or at first contact, the second vaccine that the child will be receiving is BCG. I think we all carry the mark of BCG in our right arm. There's a scar mark. That is the vaccine that we have received for tuberculosis. This BCG will prevent us from getting tuberculosis, and tuberculosis is the disease of the lungs. So, and the third vaccine that I have for you at birth or within 0 to 14 days is BOPV, this bivalent oral polio vaccine. This vaccine is to prevent from poliomyelitis, which is deadly, which makes the child unable to walk. It causes paralysis in the children. Therefore, poliomyelitis vaccine, OPV drop, is very important. And at 6 weeks, that is 1.5 months, child will be receiving 3 vaccine. First, the first one is Dtp Hep Hip Vaccine. Now, Dtp Hep B Hip Vaccine comprises of 5 elements of the antigen of the vaccine. That is D1, T2, P3, and Hep B 4, Hib Hip 5. Here is the 5 antigen, 5 component, which is called as pentavalent vaccine. So this vaccine will prevent a child from 5 deadly diseases: D for diphtheria, T for tetanus, P for pertussis, hepatitis B, Haemophilus influenza type B. These diseases are all highly contagious, which causes high morbidity and mortality amongst our children, and it causes huge public health burden. Therefore, this vaccine is life-saving. And the another one is, again, we give second dose of oral polio drop. This is to prevent again from poliomyelitis. And we have another vaccine called PCV. This is pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. This is to prevent a child from pneumonia, meningitis, bacteremia, or ear infection, sinusitis, and even a throat infection. These vaccine are all life-saving. There are high mortality and morbidity rate of pneumonia, meningitis. Therefore, this vaccine is very life-saving. Therefore, and at 10 weeks, 2.5 months, we have the same vaccine that is given at 10 weeks, which is given. The 6 weeks vaccine is the same as 10 weeks vaccine. So we have again Dtp Hep B Hip Vaccine. Again we have OPV. Again we have PCV. Here's the picture images of the tetanus vaccine. Now tetanus diseases. Now tetanus is deadly. Deadly diseases. Tetanus is often caused by lack of sanitation, hygiene. Therefore, washing of your wound after injuries, again, very very important. Therefore, sanitation is very important, hygiene is very important. And lack of sanitation and hygiene causes tetanus as well. And let's look at 14 weeks. At 14 weeks, that is 3.5 months, we have same vaccine, but the changes out here is we have same Dtp Hep B Hip. This pentavalent vaccine is there. We are giving the third dose of pentavalent vaccine at 3.5 months. We have OPV drop. We have here additional is IPV, inactivated polio vaccine. This inactivated polio vaccine and oral polio vaccine kind of play a similar role, but the combination dose would prevent all the three strain of polioviruses, I believe. So this there are different strain of polioviruses, I think, which causes poliomyelitis, and then IPV and BOPV both helps in preventing poliomyelitis. And 8 months we have IPV second dose. The dose gap between the first IPV and second IPV is 5 months. 5 months. Since July 2021, there was introduction of second dose of IPV. We started giving this IPV second dose, and now at 9 months, we have MMR1. This is measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Now this measles, mumps, rubella is also a high morbidity condition in our child. There is high morbidity in regard to measles, mumps, and rubella amongst our children. Therefore, getting the immunization would help the children fall less sick with these diseases. And we again have this third dose of PCV vaccine, a pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, dose number 3. That would, again, as said, help prevent from catching pneumonia, meningitis, bacteremia, ear infection, sinusitis. And now the last vaccine that we have is at age 2 years. Age 2 years, we have again the second dose of MMR, and we have DTP vaccine. Now MMR, again same, it prevents measles, mumps, rubella, and DTP to prevent from diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis. Therefore, these vaccines are very very important. This vaccine comes at a huge cost, and it calls for the responsibility of both parent, all the family members, to bring a child to immunization on time. And as you can see, between 9 months to 2 years, there is a huge gap. So in this gap, sometimes parents tend to forget to bring their child. Therefore, it is again very imperative for parents to bring your children on time. And again, at the end of the line, I have 3 vaccines that I have over here. And this one is flu vaccine. Flu vaccine is given to all children above 6 months of age to prevent from seasonal flu. And we have Hpv vaccine. Hpv vaccine is given to all children above 12 years or all class 6 students, both boys and girls, to prevent from cervical cancer, vulval cancer, anogenital cancer, and penis cancer as well. And then we have TD vaccine, which we provide at age 6 years and 12 years, which is to prevent from, TDs, tetanus, diphtheria, where children are prone to injury, and therefore to prevent from getting tetanus and diphtheria infection, TD vaccine is given to all the children. And these are the immunization schedule of a country, and this all immunization vaccines are very very important. All are life saving, and I would like to request every parent out there to bring your children timely to vaccinate your child, so to keep them protected and safe. And I have again another request to make out here, that health professional often seen as bad guy for giving them the vaccination. uh, if that is how your children is thinking, I think it is high time that you redirect your child towards thinking that health professional and all of us are together in it to ensure the safety of the child we are giving the vaccination. Often we hear that vaccination is given as a form of punishment. Again, it is time for children to realize that vaccination is given to protect them from the deadly disease which is out there in plenty. Therefore, these messages can act as a reassurance for them. This can build the trust and confidence in health professional, and then we can together ensure healthy relationship between parent, health professionals, and children. And another thing is fearing, injecting fear, triggering fear in children, that health professionals are meant to vaccinate and punish for their mishaps. So this can also deter the child from coming to health facility to get the vaccination. So the last part of the video, I'll be showing the video clip of how to position a child. Please have a watch.
Always remember to bring your mother and child health handbook while bringing your child for vaccination. Comfort positions enable bonding and safe injections. It is okay to breastfeed your baby while vaccinating. We call on every parent to partner with us in ensuring safe vaccination of every child. It is very important for parents to teach child that vaccine is medicine that helps them from deadly and merciless disease.